Get tube style excitement, tone tilting and drive with this exciting new CM plugin for PC and Mac. It's STA Enhancer CM by Audiffex. STA Enhancer CM is a combined multiband equalizer and exciter effect. Under the hood, phase-shifted bass and mid-frequency bands are mixed with a dynamically processed high-frequency band. Summed together through the Audiffex Summing Tube Amplifier, or STA. Adding tube-style excitement and subtle non-linear distortion characteristics for vintage-esque tone shifting and shaping. It's a really intuitive plugin to use, so let's take a more detailed look. Here we're using Presonus Studio 1.2, but you can use your preferred host software as this tutorial isn't DAW specific. We'll demonstrate the plugin's features over a retro breakbeat loop, taken from CM206's VIP series pack by the Young Punks. Drop break 112 BPM .wav onto an empty audio track in a blank 112 BPM project. Loop it up. Then load up a limiter plugin on your DAW's master channel to prevent any clipping if the signal strays over 0 dB. Open a new instance of STA Enhancer CM on the Beats track. Then pull down the plugin's low process, high process and saturation knobs to a minimum 0%. The power on-off switch on STA Enhancer CM's far right side bypasses its effect. So toggle this on and off and hear how the plugin adds high and low frequency excitement to add dull breakbeat, even with its parameters set to 0. The center VU meters can monitor either input or output levels, switchable via the in-out meters switch. The plugin has 5 different modes, each of which changes the plugin's internal tube circuitry, overall frequency response, and distortion characteristics. The current brown mode has a relatively flat frequency response, adding a slight treble roll-off and upper harmonic excitement. Let's click the mode drop-down and hear the difference between the other modes. The presence mode heavily tilts a signal's frequency response towards the upper mid area. And again, we'll use the power on-off switch to compare our before and after. The vintage mode provides smoother highs and more even harmonics in its saturation. The white mode's response contains a higher amount of higher frequencies and features a balanced ratio between the even and odd harmonics enhanced in the sound. Lo-fi removes bass and high frequencies for a restricted radio-like response. Now click the mode drop down and select presence mode. This adds upper mid excitement, perfect for helping a sound cut through a mix. The low end of the break is now lacking, however. But luckily the low process knob can be used to lift low and low mid frequencies. Slowly raise this parameter and note its effect. We settle upon a value of 70%. Now switch to white mode. To add top end detail in our drum loop, we can lift up our high, mid and treble frequencies by raising the high process parameter. We raise this knob up to hear its effect. Settling upon a 30% amount. The saturation parameter gently drives the signal into the plugin's saturation stage. Turn this fully up to 100%. Often it's easy to get mixed up between multiple plugin instances in the same project. STA Enhancer CM combats this issue with a handy Gui Color Adjustment feature. Click on the small bottom right drop down labelled I and choose Set UI Color. We can now use the hue, saturation and brightness sliders to colour our plugin differently to other instances in our project, and to match a channel's colour, helping visual identification. In the same I menu drop-down, we have access to the plugins manual via the Help option. An About page, and links to both the Audiffex website and the computer music website. Make sure you take a look at Audiffex's other great effects, ranging from guitar amplifiers and stompbox emulations to their STA effects range. So head over to audiffex.com to check them out for yourself.
Download over 30 exclusive plugins. Get hundreds of pro-quality samples and power up your production skills with in-depth tutorials. We break it down for you step by step, and you'll see exactly how it's done in expert video guides and producer masterclass sessions with pro producers. Get all this and more with Computer Music Magazine every month on iPad and iPhone, PC and Mac, Android, and in print.